In my view, it's important for young people to unlearn a lot of things right now as they're learning new things. There's no doubt in my mind that the biggest competitive advantage that an individual can get today is the ability to be able to learn fast and implement fast. It's been said by the former CEO of Google that the world is now producing so much information that if you were to look at the quantity of information that's being produced, in 2 days alone, more information is produced than was produced right from the dawn of civilization until 2003. So the issue now is that a lot of young people don't know what to learn and what to unlearn and what to relearn. In this video, I'm going to talk about what are some of the things that young people need to unlearn fast, because in my view, those things may potentially be getting in the way of their success. Number one, a subconscious belief that a lot of young people have is that a degree education is enough. Well, certainly not today. Maybe back in the day when we were in the Industrial Revolution, having a degree may have given you a competitive advantage. Well, certainly not today. Today, having a degree is the basic minimum standard for survival. So if your subconscious belief is that once I get a degree, I'm going to be okay, I have sufficient education, well, let me tell you the bad news. Your education will actually start after you've completed the degree. The degrees are basically only providing basic technical capabilities to get an individual from maybe poverty and struggle into survival. But the skills that a degree is not going to provide you with are the skills that are necessary for success, performance, productivity, high achievement, or even to have any type of significance in life. Number two, another piece of advice that a lot of young people are getting is not to take life seriously. In my view, this is terrible advice. I think you should not take yourself seriously, but it is important to take life seriously. It's been said that casualness can result in casualties, and I very strongly believe that. You see, there's too much to learn in life, and there are times in life where mistakes can't be undone. And I really think that people who lose sight of the fact that there are some serious considerations in life, that you sometimes don't get second chances in life, should create a more serious attitude in people in regards to making serious decisions about life. So I think a casual attitude in life, which is further perpetuated by this theory that you should not take life seriously, I think it's bad advice, and I think young people need to unlearn that as soon as possible. The third thing that young people need to unlearn immediately is that you have to be lucky to be successful. Success comes from knowing what you want in life and then making a series of good decisions so that you can get what you want in life. So a lot of people believe that success is a byproduct of luck and destiny, and the issue with that thinking is that you surrender easily and you don't do everything that you can do to be able to influence your decisions and outcomes. Number four, again, this might be a subconscious belief, but a lot of young people believe that having a high income is going to make them financially successful. I don't think there is a very high correlation between your income and your net worth, which is really the indicator of your financial wealth. Just because you have a high income doesn't mean that you're going to end up with wealth. You actually need a good income along with good spending habits, good saving habits, and good investing habits to become a millionaire. But a lot of people just think if they're making a high income, that's naturally going to make them financially successful from a net worth and wealth point of view. This is not true, and it's something that young people need to unlearn immediately. Number five, a lot of young people believe that a high-flying corporate job is going to open a lot of doors and opportunities for them. Well, that's not necessarily the case. A job by itself is not going to open doors for you. It's your personality, your ability to build networks, your ability to be able to connect with people and influence people that are going to open opportunities. So a lot of people just think that if I get a degree and I get a good job, that from there everything's going to take care of itself. This is absolutely not true. Having worked in corporate for many, many years, I can tell you that the only individuals that were able to move their career forward fast were the ones that were proactive in building decisions, connecting with people, influencing people, and networking with people. Number six, sales is just for salespeople. This is something you definitely want to unlearn as soon as you can. You see, anytime you're trying to convince somebody to see your point of view and you want them to be making a decision that you want them to make, you're involved in selling. It's not just products that you sell. It's not just services that you sell. Sometimes you have to sell an idea or a concept or simply your perspective. Therefore, every person who wants to become successful in their career needs to understand that selling is not just for salespeople. And the sooner the young people learn that, the better they can become at sales and the faster they can move their careers forward. Number 7, this is one of my favorite ones. Praying is old-fashioned. Recently, I talked about praying in one of my social media posts and I had people laughing at me, assuming that praying is old-fashioned and it doesn't work. I can tell you now, there's a lot of merit in understanding what prayers are about and how to do a prayer. You see, prayer basically means that you are showing some humility about a divine intelligence that's greater than you. A lot of young people these days are very skeptical about religion and spirituality. And I understand why, because we've seen so many bad examples of spiritual and religious gurus taking advantage of people. But here is the thing. Just because people are doing the wrong thing doesn't mean that you should turn against divine intelligence or God. When you understand the power of prayer, you can really improve your life. You can actually start to seek answers from within rather than from outside. Prayer has tremendous advantage in being able to download intuitive insights and connecting with divine intelligence. So I highly urge you, if you really believe that prayer is for silly people or brainwashed people who've been brainwashed into religion doctrines, I ask you to reconsider that. And I think that's the belief that you want to unlearn fast, because prayers can definitely improve the quality of your life and thinking. Number 8, branding is for corporations. Again, you may have a conscious or unconscious belief, but the reality is when you look around, a lot of young individuals, they're not really branding themselves. And I think it can only come from the belief that branding is something that companies do and individuals don't. Well, let me tell you now, in today's social age, it is incredibly important for every individual to understand what a personal brand is, how to build one. You see, a personal brand is simply an extension of your personality. And so when you understand that, and you understand that people don't just do business with you because of what you know and what you do, but also because of who you are, you can start to work on your personal branding. A ninth belief that a lot of people may have, consciously or unconsciously, is that you have to save for retirement. Well, I know that a lot of young people probably don't even think about retirement, but when they do think about retirement, they probably have their parents' voices in their head telling them that they need to save money to get ahead in life. Well, saving is not going to get you ahead in life. You see, when you save money, unfortunately, that money doesn't even keep up with the cost of living. Therefore, you don't have to save money, you have to invest money, and there is a significant difference. So when people don't understand the difference, they end up saving money and they're assuming that they're doing the right thing. This is one of those things you have to unlearn fast. If you want to get ahead financially, you want to have a secure retirement, which I know for a lot of you is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40 years out. The fact is, saving is not going to get you there. You're going to have to learn investing. And number 10, another one of my favorites. You have a lot of time, so no need to rush. Well, this couldn't be further from the truth. You better unlearn this fast, because life is way short than you think. Life will go very, very quickly. And how quickly? Well, if you really think about the average life expectancy of somebody between the age of 70 or 80, that equates to between 3,000 to 4,000 weeks. That's all we get. And so I think a sense of urgency will hold you in good stead. I know that a lot of the things that I talk about are not popular. A lot of people are going to tell you to relax, take it easy, don't take life seriously. But these people are not people who are really looking at the realities of life. These are people who are driven by feelings. They just want to feel good in the moment, not realizing that feeling good in the moment may not result in feeling good in the long term. Some of the advice that I'm telling people right now is not popular, and it may even confront and disturb people. I know that some people get offended by it and some people get very angry at the advice that I'm giving. However, this is the advice that I have learned through my life experiences. All I can do is share with you what I know. It is really up to you to reject or accept based on your personal opinions, but I will say this. I know that a lot of the conventional advice out there doesn't work. So I know that some of the stuff that I'm talking to you may not make you feel comfortable in the short term, but I hope you're open to the fact that in the long term, it's going to give you a comfortable life.